Hi there, and welcome to another off-stream slash guide video. This time we're looking into how to obtain the 3 hidden rings this game has to offer. Now I refer to these as a group of items because all 3 of them are hinted at by the cats you can save in this game, which is kind of what they're for. They're supposed to hint you towards these 3 specific rings, these items. Now, this is, for one, a guide, and on the other hand, it is just for me to show what I've been grinding off stream. If you're interested in the rest of the Castlevania playthrough, check out the stream or the VODs, which will be uploaded to this channel in the near future. Now, before we start, one thing that's kind of important, you don't need to talk to the cats. If you know where the hints are, and, well, I'm going to show you where the rings are, you can just go there and do it. You don't need to talk to the cats. But for completion's sake, I want to show that part of these quests as well. So, in order to talk to cats, you do need a glyph, because you need to understand them. This glyph is the Armor Felix glyph, which you can obtain by defeating, I think the enemy is called Black Panther, which you can find here, Black Panther, which you can find in Dracula Castle entrance. It's a 4-star glyph. You should obtain it rather easily. Now, if you've been playing through the game normally, you should also have found all the cats, because they're not hard to find, as they have solid audio cues. So I'm not going to show where they are, but I will show you in what room they are once we go over the rings. Now, with that out of the way, I'd say we're going to get right into it, and we'll start with the first ring. Now, first we want to get the Justice Ring, because it's the easiest one to get. The cat that gives you the hint can be found in Laura's room, the white one called Tofu. Have you seen a pile of pretty rocks? Break them, and I forget. If you remember breakable rocks, those can be found in the monastery in the room where we got the Cubus glyph, and that is exactly where we're heading now. Now, welcome to the monastery. You've probably all been to this room with all of these falling blocks, and we need to destroy all of them. Now, in order to do this, we need to absorb the Cubus glyph, which is inside, which is one of the few glyphs that does respawn, so we need to absorb it again. In case you haven't, the best way of doing this is by having 2 Ignis glyphs equipped and performing the Ignis Union. Once you do this, just hold up and absorb the glyph. Now, I recommend you equip the Nitesco glyph, because the next part is gonna take a while. You need to destroy all of these blocks. Now, these keep falling down, and you might not think that there is ever an end to it, but there will be. So you have to bring a lot of patience, however, because this might take a few minutes, and I'm going to spare you that, so see you soon. Now, as you can see, only a few blocks in the last row are remaining. In order to give you maybe a bit of a time estimate, I've been sitting here for now a solid 2.5 minutes. That is how long it takes to destroy all of these blocks. I usually just duck down and use the glyphs one at a time. Usually the front row stops spawning first, and then the rows in the back will follow suit at some point. Again, about 2 to 4 minutes, depending on what types of glyphs you have. But once we're done with this, we get a blue chest, which contains the Justice Ring. Now, the Justice Ring does the following. Enemies killed increase attack power, meaning for every 3,000 enemies you kill, this increases your attack by 1. Again, another late game item, which might prove very helpful for the great cave, for the large cave area. Now, moving on to the next ring. Now, next up is the Strength Ring. You find the hint you get the hint from the cat in the store. Get spotted in prison and a scary machine comes out. but that doesn't mean it's not worth fighting. And if we think about it for a second, we remember that there is a prison island where we can get spotted by searchlights, and that's exactly where we're going next. Now, this ring is probably the easiest one to get. All you need to do is enter the prison island from the right. Go in, you might want to take down the demons because they're annoying. Get spotted, and a Tin Man will appear, which can be a very scary enemy, especially early on. So I recommend you bring a glyph that works well, like a hammer style glyph or a lightning glyph. I personally just use my Nutesco because I like it. Once defeated, there is a blue chest that will spawn here, providing you the Strength Ring, which out of all the rings is the most unimpressive, as it is a simple buff to strength. And that is it. Now, last but not least is the Fortune Ring. The cat that gives you the hint on where to find it can be found in Daniela's room, and is named Ink. In a room as black as me, there's some treasures, see? Get rid of the ouchy things, and you're home free. If you remember, there was a pitch black room in the Mystery Manor with some spikes moving around. The room where you obtain the Umbra Glyph. That is where we need to go, and that is where we need to not defeat, but break all the spikes. Now, in order to do that, we do need another glyph, however. One that is dropped by the late game enemy called Automaton ZX27, the Armor Machina glyph. Now, I'm going to show you where to best find or best grind that glyph. Now, the best spot for farming the glyph is here in Dracula's castle, namely in the Mechanical Tower. I'm going to show you really quickly on the map. It's just where the pin is located currently. You want to go to this spot, go into the room, you can quickly kill the enemy. I use the Nutesco glyph because it's just very convenient for me with all range, and I would very much recommend you have as much luck as possible because it is a 5-star glyph, so it can take quite a while. Once you have this glyph, we're going to move on to the place we actually need to go. Now equipped with the Armor Machina glyph, we can finally enter Mystery Manor. Now, as you can see on the map, I am in the bottom left room. Alright, now I'm in the bottom left room. The first time you enter this room, it will be pitch black with a glyph at the end, which is the Umbra glyph. However, once this is completed, the light returns, and now we're able to destroy all these spikes by transforming into an automaton. Now, you can move a bit quicker by backdashing, considering you aren't really able to jump at all or move around very fast. But all you need to do is transform, touch the spikes, and they will be destroyed. And you obviously can try to do this with taking a lot less damage than I do, but I'm bad at games, so you know. Once all of these are destroyed, a blue chest will appear, granting you the Fortune Ring. Now, the Fortune Ring, as its name might suggest to you, does grant luck. Playtime increases luck, is what it states here. How this works specifically is it increases luck for every hour you played. Every in-game hour is 1 luck more. Now, depending on how long it took you to get this item, this can be a massive boost for you. And it will probably be insanely helpful in collecting all the remaining glyphs and items this game has to offer. And there we go, this is how you obtain all 3 of the hidden rings in Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. I hope this was either helpful or prove to the people that watch my streams that I do not cheat these items and I actually work for them and obtain them like a normal human being would. That's all for it for today. I hope I see you in these streams, and yeah, stay safe and goodbye.